Satnam, welcome to day 3 of Kundalini Yoga Challenge. We're working with 3 different postures with one breath of fire. And we try to keep the times doable so the practice would not be as long, as I realized that to make this a consistent practice, it cannot be a huge investment of time at the beginning. After you fall in love with this practice and experience the transformational powers that it has, then you will be more willing to invest a little bit more time. So we tune in with the Adi mantra, Ong Namo Gurudev Namo. I bow to the infinite creative divine teacher, guru, within. And the second mantra that we also use as a part of our tuning in is protection mantra. Ad Gure Name, Jugat Gure Name, Sat Gure Name, Siri Gurudev Name. This is the mantra that honors the truth of your being, the truth of your spirit and soul through all the times, through all the ages. It's the primal truth of who you are. And so let's bring our palms at the heart center. Thumbs are pressing into the sternum, elbows are lifted. Take a deep inhale through the nose. And exhale through the nose. Inhale, lift your spine. Let the chest rise. Lift your gaze up to the brow point, your third eye chakra. And as you exhale, roll the shoulder blades back and down, keeping the heart open and chest lifted. Inhale deeply again. While suspending the breath, activate the root lock, contracting the rectum, sex organ, and drawing the belly button up and inward. And exhale, relax. And let's inhale to begin the Adi mantra. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Deeply inhale, suspend the breath. And exhale. And now inhale for protection mantra. Ad Gure Name, Jugat Gure Name, Sat Gure Name, Siri Gurudev Name. Ad Gure Name, Jugat Gure Name, Sat Gure Name, Siri Gurudev Name. Ad Gure Name, Jugat Gure Name, Sat Gure Name, Siri Gurudev Name. Deeply inhale, suspend the breath, gazing at the brow point. Become absolutely still, coming into your inner peace, your inner stillness, your inner world, your inner universe. And exhale. Okay, so every video I would like to unpack some of the benefits of why we're doing this, and today I wanted to briefly touch on breath of fire. My goal is to keep these videos really short, definitely not 28 or 20 minutes. So let's just summarize some of the benefits of breath of fire. It's engaging the navel center, your navel pump, and that is your solar plexus. Solar plexus is the seat of your soul, as it's often referred to. It's the place of your immune system, so you automatically get the boost in your immune system. There's also a lot of nerve endings that coming into the belly, because that's where the life started, with the umbilical cord, with your belly button. And so it's really good to work on the center, because this is your center of the willpower too, your creativity, your, not identity so much, but a sense of your knowingness of who you are. And so activating the center, I feel, connects you to your true essence, your true character, your caliber, that you choose to live your life with. So that's just some of the things. Breath of Fire also helps you strengthen your immune system. It helps you remove addictive behaviors. So like if you're reaching for a cup of coffee and you wouldn't want that, you could do Breath of Fire instead. It's highly energizing breath, detoxifying breath. It oxygenates your blood because the amount of prana you're taking in. It's purifying, it gives you mental clarity and focus. So the benefits go on and on and on, and in every video I will try to unpack a little bit more. But let us begin with the first posture. It's a stretch pose. We lay flat on our back. Legs are stretched out, arms are by the side. We come into the posture, lifting our feet together 6 inches off the floor and lifting our head. The gaze is open. We're looking at the big toes and the arms are over the thighs. To modify it, you could tuck your hands under your glutes, either flat palms or making a fist. But remember, the idea is to strengthen the navel center area, and as a side bonus, you get your abdominal muscles toning at the same time and strengthening. So do your best to explore the harder territory first, unless there's injuries that you're concerned about. The other modification is that instead of dropping both legs for the duration of the exercise that we're going to do, you could always just keep one leg up and then alternate if you need to rest. But again, as a person who's a fitness instructor, I really push you to challenge yourself, go through the grit, go through the discomfort, so you could appreciate that ending moment where we inhale and we hold the breath and we tense up super, super tight, and then we release. That point of release is a beautiful sensation that I want you to remember how it feels, so you could induce that state in situations where you find to be challenging. So we're going to be doing Breath of Fire in a stretch pose for 1 minute and 30 seconds because this is our second challenge with the stretch pose. And so for people who've been following along, we're extending the time. But if this is your first challenge and this is tough, do the best you can and try to hold up. The goal is to hold up to at least 1 minute. The maximum time for a stretch pose that usually Kundalini yogis do is about 3 minutes. So we have a little bit of room to grow. So let's take a deep inhale, press the lower spine into the floor, and exhale. Inhale deeply and come into the posture. And begin Breath of Fire. Keep the glutes tightly contracted so the legs are resting on that muscle mass. Keep going. Powerful breath, contracting the navel up and down, up and down. Eyes are open, gazing at the toenail. Here's the 1 minute mark. Keep going. 30 more seconds for those that are going. Hold the posture deeply. Inhale. Squeeze the root lock. Press the navel in. Hold, hold, hold. And exhale. Relax. what a beautiful sensation that is, to be so tense, to be on so like the edge, and then to completely let go and disengage. Okay, our second posture is what I call a kidney pose, because you roll up like a kidney, and it is part of the kidney Kriya set. But inhale deeply. You're gonna bring your knees to your chest, and you're gonna lift your head up. Keep the shoulder blades on the floor, so don't shrug the shoulders up. Keep the shoulder blades pressed into the floor, and just stretch the nose. So you're pulling the nose, stretching the neck towards your knees. Now, if there is any discomfort in the neck, you could support however you are intuitively guided to do that. But the idea is to stretch this part, because we carry a lot of tension, and this is also done with the breath of fire. So let's inhale, bring your knees to your chest, lift up the head, bringing the nose as close to the knees as you can, or pressing the legs towards the chest. Shoulder blades are down. Inhale deeply. Exhale. Inhale again. And begin breath of fire for 1 minute. Eyes could be closed in this posture. Keep focusing on the breath. Deeply inhale, holding the posture. Suspend the breath. And exhale and relax. Just for a moment. And we move on to our next posture. Inhale your knees up to the chest. Exhale, and then inhale, rock forward. Exhale, rock back, and rock yourselves to easy seated. So our next posture is called ego eradicator. The name has a negative connotation to it, ego eradicator, like wow. But it's also referred to as aura charge. So however you want to look at it, or however you want to think about it, but this is a very powerful posture. We're going to do it for 3 minutes. It's done again with the breath of fire. Your arms are going to be lifted, so fingertips are pressed on the mounds of the palm right here. Thumbs are pulling away, and the arms are stretched out to 60 degrees. There are a couple of things that I like to point out. Instead of lifting the shoulder blades up and fighting against gravity, we want to work with gravity, setting our shoulder blades down and actually pressing them down, so that way you don't feel like you're extending up, holding and tensing up the shoulder muscles. I want you to pretend that there is an arc of light coming from this thumb to this thumb, so you're like a light bulb. And with the breath, you're powering up that light, so you're making that brighter. Throughout the 3 minutes, the elbows tend to bend and the arms kind of go by the wayside. You want to recommit to the posture periodically, check in with how you're sitting. Chest will be lifted and chin will be tucked in and down. So you have the channels in the back, central nervous system, the Sushumna being open and the energy to flow freely. The eyes are closed, gazing at the third eye. So there's a lot going on, there's a lot to be mindful of, but focus primarily on your breath. Really, when things get tiresome and you feel the little burning sensation at the shoulders and you have the desire to drop the arms, move away from the sensation and bring your focus to the breath, the inflow and outflow of your breath, the power with which you're inhaling, the power with which you're exhaling. engaging your navel as you push the air out. You want to make sure that you're keeping the inhalations and exhalations equal in their stroke, in their power. Okay, so here we go. We're going to take a deep inhale and bring the arms up so the fingertips are pressed on the mounds of the palm. Thumbs are pulling away from the rest of the fingers, so you're tightening up the heart meridians along the arms. Roll the shoulder blades back and down. Lift the chest up. Close the eyes. Take a deep inhale. Completely exhale. Deeply inhale again. And begin breath of fire. One minute down, recommit to the posture. Keep the arms at 60 degrees, elbows straight, press the shoulders down. Focus the gaze at the brow point, keep going. Halfway point, stay with it. Power up your light bulb. 1 minute to go. Thirty seconds. Stay with it. Keep the posture. Deeply inhale. Bring the thumbs to touch overhead. Straighten the fingers. Keep the breath in. Hold it suspended. Stretch the fingers tightly. Hold. Pull the root lock. Contracting perineum area tightly. Reach up, reach up. Shoulders down. Fingers are stretching to the ceiling. And exhale. Slowly sweep the arms around your space, your aura, and just bring your hands into the wisdom seal, Gyan Mudra, on your knees. Keeping the eyes closed. Bring your focus to your breath. Very nice. And that completes our practice. We will seal it with Satnam 3, chanting 3 times. I mentioned before that keeping a journal handy, so if you have 2 to 3 minutes or whatever time you allow yourself after this practice to jot down what came up, your state of being, your state of mind, your sensations that you might have felt. Maybe nothing, maybe something, so you would know. Even writing down your mood. How did you feel before you started, and how do you feel after you started? The flow of your energy, the pattern of your breathing. These are the little things that we kind of take for granted, especially our breath. So it would be a good practice to jot it down. Don't try to be so intellectual about it. Just observation. Just observation. You are observing you. You are becoming aware of you. So let's bring our hands into prayer mudra to seal the practice with 3 long Satnams. Satnam means truth is my identity, and this is what we're cultivating. We're bringing up the true essence of your being, the true spirit of who you are, out into the world. Close your eyes down, focusing at the brow point. Inhale deeply. Satnam. Satnam. I wish you a wonderful Wednesday. Satnam. I will see you tomorrow for our next day. Good job staying in. And again, if you have any questions, concerns, please feel free to message me on Facebook. And now we are officially on YouTube. We'll be posting videos on YouTube as well. So follow along to whatever medium is most convenient for you. Satnam.